All right, we're here. I'm white knuckling right now. Oh man, that was sketchy. But I would just hate to go off that side right there. All right, good afternoon, everybody. It is Cody from Adventure Cody. Today, we are heading to a fire tower in the Nantahala National Forest. Fun fact, Nantahala in the Native American language, I believe it's Cherokee, translates to place of the midday sun because the valleys in this national forest usually only get sun at about 12 o'clock each day. Even during the summer, it can be 20 to 30 degrees cooler in this little gorge than it can anywhere else. And I love going here for fishing. I've done a fishing video in my past YouTube videos, for hiking, and yeah, I just thought it'd be a great little drive. Recently, the Southeast has been getting blasted with some pretty gnarly weather, to be honest. And given the 4Runner videos that I've done in the past, I'd love to see how this thing does in a little bit of snow. About 3 days ago, we got 3 to 4 inches of snow, and the drive up to this fire tower is about a 2-mile gravelly and I'd assume snowy and icy road. So we're gonna see how the 4Runner does with that. Then we're gonna do about a 2-mile hike round trip with the pups here. I do have the pups with me, and we're gonna just have a fun little adventure today. I did bring a couple of things in case I do happen to get stuck. I have some off-road planks that I purchased a while back. Just in the event that I do get stuck. They've come in handy more times than not. And then I do have some tow straps. Either way, I love coming up in here, and we're gonna get into a little bit of an adventure today with the pups and see how it goes. So let's get to this gravel road here and get to climbing up to that fire tower today. Okay, we've successfully made it to the point to where it is gravelly and pretty snowy. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop this into 4-wheel drive. All right, we're 4-wheel drive. Let's get it popping. So far we're climbing completely fine. It's okay. It's okay, baby. We're chilling. Let's get some momentum. Oh yeah. No slipping at all right there. We are just cruising through here. Little bump. Still no slipping whatsoever. Looks like we made it to the parking area. And now we have about a 2-mile hike round trip. So a mile up and a mile down. So let's go ahead and get to that. Let's just see how much snow they have here. I'm gonna take my finger for reference. It's pretty much my entire finger. So what is that? 3 inches? 3 inches is a lot. That is a lot of snow. So much snow. I've hiked this trail 2 times before, so this is my 3rd time. And I gotta say, doing it in the snow is pretty hard. Every time I plant my foot into the ground, it goes back a couple inches. So it's like you're doing double the work. But I must say, it's very beautiful out here. It's quiet. Snow really adds a nice, I guess, calming effect to it. And there's nothing better than being out here with the pups, getting them some exercise. You know, a lot of people would say, Cody, what is 3 to 4 inches of snow? Like, that's nothing. Why do people in the South make such a big deal about it? Because I'm sure you've probably heard, the Southeast is really not prepared, like the Northeast or places out West, for snow. I mean, we get in half an inch. I remember going to high school and they'd shut down school for a week. We just really don't have the infrastructure for snow with like the roads and everything. A good percentage of the people that live in this county are in really rural backwoods areas. 30, 45 minutes just from the grocery store. So you couple that on top of folks that don't have four-wheel drive, folks that are not, I mean, we just simply are not trained to drive in the snow like folks up north. Come on, buddy. A lot of people give the South this kind of sissy connotation when it comes to snowy weather. And I mean, I'll be honest, it's 100% accurate. People in the South do not know how to handle snowy conditions. And it cripples a town for a week or two, depending on how long the snow sticks around. I'm the opposite. When the snow comes around, I like to get out into it. I like to kind of train how to drive in the snow, you know? I won't say I'm probably not at the level of a lot of these northern drivers, you know, people from Massachusetts, New York, Rhode Island, Vermont. But I definitely enjoy getting out in the cold weather and testing out my rigs, see how they do. Okay, I'm gonna check back in when I'm closer to the top. This is actually very hard to talk, to slip, and to hold the camera. All right, so we've made it about halfway up the trail, and I just have to say it's absolutely gorgeous out here. It's nice that it's sunny, and I mean, it's cold, but it's not like insanely cold. It is 4:16. The sun sets here around 5:30 or so. So I'm hoping to be off this trail at least by the time the sun goes down. I think I will be, but hiking in the dark is not something I enjoy. All right, you can see the fire tower right up there. Got about another quarter mile to go. Also, I slipped and fell earlier, so that was fun. And I'm getting hot. You know, it's fun going on adventures. Sometimes it can get a little annoying. If you couldn't tell, I'm out of shape. Fun times. All right, let's get to that fire tower. Slipping everywhere. But we've made it. We've made it to the fire tower. I gotta say, for just being 2 miles round trip, it doesn't feel like 2 miles. This feels like 5. We made it up here, baby. Pretty great view over here too. Good boy. What are you doing? All right, we're here. We've made it to the top. I do have to say, it is absolutely gorgeous out here. I'm not gonna hike to the top of the tower. I've been up there before, but if I do, then the dogs will follow me, and they will definitely slip going up and going down the stairs. So I'm gonna do the next best thing and send the drone up. What you doing, Benji boy? You having fun? Benny loves the snow, man. He's a big snow dog. We've made it to the top here. Now we're going down. And I gotta say, going down on the trail and in the car is probably more sketchy. I am already slipping left and right. It is about 5 o'clock right now. So we should be able to get down by the time the sun is just setting. Really glad that I made this little hike. And let's get back down to the Forerunner here. See if we can't get out of here. Oh, all right, here we go. Oh yeah, nice and fun. I am slipping all down this. I gotta put the camera away because I need my balance. Alvis, where are you going? Alrighty guys, we are back in the car right now. Now it's time to go down the mountain. So, pretty scary. Oh, I'm not trying to overhype this or anything, it's just going downhill in snow, and it is 34 degrees out, less than ideal. We're gonna do it anyways. Elvis, did you fart? Boy. Oh. Gotta open a window on that one, brother. So far, we're not losing any traction at all. I'm going like 5 miles an hour, and I'm gonna keep it that way, honestly. We have our first S curve coming up. I'm gonna take this very slow. This one isn't too bad because the S curve itself isn't super declined. So, like I said, I'm going right now probably 3 miles an hour. Yeah, we were hiking Benny's paw, like he kept licking at his paw, and I was kind of nervous. I mean, he's hiked in the snow plenty of times before, but I don't know, man. I just get really in my head sometimes. I thought maybe he started developing, not hypothermia, yeah, maybe it's hypothermia or whatever the thing is where like you start losing circulation. So I started kind of freaking out a little bit and basically ran down that mountain. I don't really have anything for his paws, which, yeah, I'm probably a bad dog owner for that. But anyways, we get up into the car. I immediately get him into the car, and he basically just had little ice cubes of snow lodged in between his paws that he was pawing at. It's like, oh, okay. So I think he's okay. He's hungry, isn't he? Now, this next S curve coming up is probably the most scary to me, the most treacherous, because it goes down at a decline and it turns pretty sharp. At least, yeah, it looks like 180. Trying not to do any sliding. We're good, no sliding, no sliding. No sliding. No sliding, baby. Yep, there we go. Hell yeah. Oh, baby. Woo! I'm white knuckling right now. Oh, man. That was sketchy. All right. Big curb coming up, baby. Very slow. I mean, I'm going probably 2 miles an hour right now. God, I mean, if that ain't a freaking turn, dude. I'm not so much worried about this area as when I have to really crank it. I'm pretty sure I can make the radius. But I would just hate to go off that side right there. Right, slow, 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 slow. We're not gonna be doing any sliding. No sliding. Team no slide, baby. Team no slide, baby. Let's go. Hell yeah. All right. Last little curb. Last little curb and we're out of the woods, guys. Well, we're not out of the woods, but we're out of these metaphorical woods. All right. Take it slow. Again, going like 2 miles an hour. Taking it wide. And now we're gonna cut it in. Cut it in. Cut it in. Go slow, go slow. No slipping and sliding, baby. No slipping and sliding, baby. Yes, that is what we like. All right, got around that curb. We're not technically out of the woods, but all the really hard stuff is out of the way. Oh. My heart is pounding. I know you guys probably think I'm like hyping this up, but like for someone who really doesn't ever drive in snow, I mean, I drive in snow maybe twice a year. Always keeps you alive. You okay? Is my baby okay? I know. I know, baby. All right, now this is actually pure ice right here. Luckily, one of the tracks is snow, so it's a little bit more traction. Again, I'm not sliding, but I'm also not slamming on the brakes either. Just gradual down. Alrighty guys, that'll do it for today's video. If you can hear, I'm talking a little loud because there's a cool little creek right going on over here in the corner here. So another successful adventure in the 4Runner with the pups. If you guys enjoyed this video, I have a lot of videos like this. I have a whole playlist called Adventures where I just go on little day trips. Although I do have a Colorado trip that's about 30 minutes long. And we went all the way out to Colorado, me and the pups. So I like doing little stuff like this, just testing the rigs, testing their capabilities and just having fun. And I almost always bring the dogs along with me. So if you guys have enjoyed this, feel free to check out those other videos. I'm gonna get back in my car because it's really cold. We got about an hour trip home and the dogs are hungry. They're looking at me. And Elvis is farting up a storm right now. He does that usually when his stomach's churning. So the boy's hungry. All right, y'all, I'm gonna check out for now. You guys have a great rest of your day. Hope to see you guys in the next one. All right, peace.